In today's video I go from this to this, and I end up the maintenance. Hello everyone, part 5 of the Picasso project. Let me get straight to the point. I am looking forward to wash the engine compartment deeply. First, I rinse it with high pressure water to remove most of the dirt. Not just on the top, but also on the bottom, which as you remember was fully oiled. The next step is to spray the entire area with degreaser and then brush well. Now it is important to dry properly so that no water remains. There are a few spots on the top of the engine where I couldn't get all the water out with the cloth, but I blew it out with compressed air in the workshop. This looks much better. As you have seen in all the videos, I removed the wheel arches and skid plate, so I am finally cleaning them deeply. So as always, pressurized water, degreaser, brush and rinse them. Now I will bring them here in the sun to dry them well and to care for them with a moisturizing product for plastics to make them look better. This is the product I use. Now it's time to go back to the workshop and complete the maintenance. Something I showed you when presenting the car is the color of the steering fluid. Replacing the whole thing is a big hassle, as you have to bleed the circuit and that would take too much time that I don't have, so I just take the fluid out of the tank and put in fresh fluid. I will do this several times over the next few days and hopefully remove a lot of the old fluid from the circuit. This is the recommended power steering fluid. I fill it up to the maximum, and as I said, I will use the car normally and drain it again after a few days and refill it with this new oil. I will do this a few more times, and while I'm sure some of the old fluid will still remain in the circuit, I will at least renew most of it. Here you have the new fuel filter and the new air filters, the cabin and the intake filter. I will start with the fuel filter, which sits in the front here. First, unplug the connector, and then the hoses that lead to the filter. You have to make sure that no diesel gets spilled everywhere. Now I can take out the filter. This one has this threaded cap that is really good tightened, so you can use a wrench like the ones used for oil filters, although I prefer the hammer method. I made a mess here. You need to put a lot of cloths or paper in here to avoid staining everything with diesel, as it overflows the filter housing. I remove the cover and then take out the filter. Here is the new filter, with those little plugs that I could have used instead of glove pieces to cover the pipes. But hey, I learned something for the next time. Before reinstalling it, I remove the old gasket and put the new one, lubricating it first with a little bit of diesel. I put the filter on the cover and tighten it using the same method as before. You have to tighten it pretty tight to avoid diesel from leaking. I place the pipes and plug back. Done. Next is the cabin air filter. This is located behind this cover, which is fixed with 3 nuts. I remove them and the cover comes out. And here is the filter. It was totally dirty. I just put the new one in. Airflow points downwards. Put the cover back on and secure it with the nuts. Done. Finally, I will change the intake air filter. There are 1, 2, 3 and 4 size 20 Torx screw here. And here is this clamp that needs to be loosened to remove the cover. I take out the old filter. Here is the new one. In it goes. And I put everything back in place. I am finally able to put the wheel arches and skid plate back together. I use new clips everywhere.
Ahora sí.
On the right side, the skid plate was broken, so I will repair it with a plastic welding gun. Now it's harder than when it was new.
Vale, vamos
I'm going to reset the maintenance warning. There is the wrench, this one, so I turn off the engine. Now I press this button and keep it pressed, then turn the key to the second position. The countdown begins. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Release the button. That should be enough. I turn it off and then on again. There is the wrench, 20,000 kilometers, and now it's gone. I turn on the engine and it's no longer there. Perfect. All I have to do is stamp the maintenance book and I'm done. And that's all for today. In the next video I will start with the interior. I will clean it deeply and also upholster the door panels. Consider subscribing to the channel if you don't want to miss it, and as always, if you like the content, smash the like button, it helps a lot. Share it, write me some comments and all that stuff that you can do on YouTube. Thanks for watching, bye bye!